To the stress energy tensor. All this says that if I start with a star, a black hole, or even a universe, that determines the curvature that surrounds that concentration of matter and energy. But inside these equations, there's a monster.
In the extreme gravity at the core of a black hole, Einstein's equations spiral wildly out of control.
After a very long, tedious calculation, I mostly get zeros, but the non-zero term is given as follows. M is the mass of the black hole. R describes the distance from the black hole. Here is the problem. Right there, when R is equal to 0, the point at which physics itself breaks down. So 1 over R equals 1 over 0 equals infinity. To a mathematician, infinity is simply a number without limit. To a physicist, it's a monstrosity. It means that, first of all, gravity is infinite at the center of a black hole, that time stops, and what does that mean? Space makes no sense. It means the collapse of everything we know about the physical universe. In the real world, there's no such thing as infinity. Therefore, there is a fundamental flaw in the formulation of Einstein's theory.
According to Einstein, then, all the mass of the black hole is contained within an infinitely small point that takes up precisely no space at all. This impossible object of infinite density and infinite gravity is called the singularity.
We know what a singularity is. A singularity is when we don't know what to do.
To me, what's so embarrassing about a singularity is that we can't predict anything about what's going to come out of it.
The singularity at the heart of a black hole is both astronomically heavy and infinitesimally small. To understand it, quantum mechanics alone wasn't enough. It needed to be extended to describe gravity, a theory called quantum gravity. The most obvious way to create such a theory was to make a quantum version of Einstein's theory of relativity. Proof of its success would be a new understanding of black holes that explained what really happens in a singularity.
This is the Lagrangian of Einstein's theory, equal determinant of the metric tensor times the contracted Ricci curvature tensor.
When physicists tried to combine the two theories, they encountered a familiar problem.
I insert this into the probability that gravity will move from one point to another point. When I actually do this calculation, I get yet another integral, and when you do this integral, you get something which makes no sense whatsoever, an infinity. Total nonsense. In fact, you get an infinite sequence of infinities, infinitely worse than the divergences of Einstein's original theory. This is a nightmare beyond comprehension.
The search for a theory of quantum gravity had fallen apart, because quantum mechanics and general relativity proved to be totally incompatible.
I think the most embarrassing problem we have in theoretical physics is that we have these two different theories which won't talk to each other. We have Einstein's theory of gravity, which beautifully describes the very big and the very fast. And then we have quantum physics, which very successfully describes the very small. And yet, clearly nature has one unique way of operating. It's not schizophrenic. And we humans just don't seem to be able to find that way.
The failure of these two great theories to understand black holes means they are, at best, an approximation to the laws governing the universe.
We're all in the state of the final correction. The world of Ein Sof, the world of infinity, exists as the only existing reality. And that it seems to us that we're not in the world of Ein Sof, it is because it is an illusion, the concealment of the 125 degrees of concealment. Our unconsciousness has reached the full extent of unconsciousness in which we are in now, today, and we have to gradually bring ourselves back to consciousness, to the only existing state. And on the way we have different hallucinations, and you know what a person feels when he's unconscious. Everything's blurred, he's not sure, he doesn't understand. You see, people, they understand what are they living for? No, they don't. We are also, it's blurry for us, but at least we're looking for a direction. That's the situation. Thus, there is only one existing state, whole, perfect, healthy, fulfilled by light, the state of truth, whole, perfect, and with respect to it, all the rest of the states are degrees of unconsciousness of that perfect whole state of the world of infinity. Thus, the Creator has created the world of infinity, period. We have to always yearn to cleave on to the Creator, starting with the smallest degree. Like a little child, he has no idea what he has to go through 20 years till he'll be a grown-up. He wants to be a grown-up now. That's it. The same with us. It's forbidden for us to guess about these degrees, like this, like that, to philosophize about it as if I understand what the next degree is. Every next degree for me is Ein Sof, infinity.